Thanks, Zina. Dwayne, I'd like to ask you a question in a moment, if I could, please, but I'm going to start with Damian. Damian, could you just talk about the relationship that you have with Lucanio and your individual roles and how that combination has developed in your mind over the last few years?
Yeah, we've got a very strong relationship, and I think I think it helps when we get along so well off the field as well. We know every game is a lot different to other games, and every game has its own challenges, but we're very composed on the field, especially Lucanio, and we chat a lot on the field, and we just try and stay in the moment. And even though sometimes it doesn't feel like we're in the game, we find it hard to get involved, whether that's on attack or defense. We always just talk to each other and say we must just be ready for the next moment that comes. And once we have that opportunity, we try and grab it with both hands, whether that's making a big tackle or making a still at the breakdown or making a nice play on attack. So for the two of us, we just try and stay in the moment on the field, and we just try and stay as prepared as we can for the next opportunity that comes our way.
And how are you different? What do you bring that maybe he doesn't, and vice versa? What does he bring that maybe you don't? Why do you dovetail so well?
I think we just have a good feeling for each other. I think if he does something on the field, I'm there to back him up. And I think if he does something on the field, if I do something on the field, he's there to back me up. So I know, like I said, not every game of rugby is the same, and sometimes I might make mistakes on the field, and you'll be there to help me out and cover my back. And then sometimes you'll make mistakes on the field, and I'll be there to help him and cover his back. So I think our communication on the field is exceptional, and I think that helps a lot. But I can't really say why we dovetail so well together. But it is awesome to know that we do play rugby like that, and we've got such a good understanding for each other.
Alex?
Yeah, hi guys. A question for both of you, please. After winning the World Cup, you had 20 months of inactivity. Looked like the Lions series was going to be off. Looked like you'd have no real chance to play as world champions for 2 years. You were kicking your heels. I wonder, looking back at that period now, and to the fact that you've won a Lions tour and you're on the verge of an unbeaten autumn, how much pride, how much satisfaction is there within the group, and how much determination to finish the job this weekend?
Yeah, obviously when we got together that first week before the British Irish Lions, obviously we played Georgia in the one test, and then there was a COVID outbreak. But when we hadn't seen each other for so long after the World Cup, those first few days was flipping incredible. I've never seen the guys that excited, obviously because we had celebrated after winning the World Cup, and that was the last time we were all together. So it was a bit dampening to all of us when the COVID outbreak happened, and we were separated for about 2 weeks basically, and then only again in the British Irish Lions series. Obviously, it wasn't ideal, and we only started training as a full squad, I think, on that Monday before the first test. So yeah, I know it's been a challenging year. Obviously, we've been in a bubble during the British Irish Lions series, and then going to Australia, and that was quite tough on all of us mentally. But I think as a squad we got through that nicely. We had our challenges there, and obviously we won that last game on tour before we headed home again. So it's been incredible to be with the guys again. Obviously we're in a bit of a bubble again, but we know there's one more big push, which is this weekend, and I think after Saturday night's game, obviously we want to end the tour on a high, and because we won't see each other for about 7 months. But I think as a squad we can sit down together on Saturday night and have a nice beer together and look back at this whole year that's passed and smile about it and cherish those memories that we've made together.
Is that the same that you feel, Dwayne?
Alex, I think that's exactly the same.
Thank you.
All right, Stephen?
Hi guys, thanks for chatting to us. Damian, interesting, after the game against Scotland, we so often talk about your physicality, but your distribution became a talking point as well, and your passing skills. Is that something that you've placed a great emphasis on in terms of developing the last season or so to complement the other strengths of your game?
Definitely, we work quite hard in the week on creating opportunities for each other, and I think just on Saturday I found myself at the right place at the right time, and it was nice to get the ball in that space and create space for other people around me as well. So it has been something that I've worked on personally. It's something that we work on together as a team as well, which helps a lot. And the guys around you, because we're working it together, it almost feels like they're giving me that space and time to make those better decisions on the outside. So I know it looks nice when it comes off, and I might get the praise every now and again, but it's also the guys that are working around me off the ball that make my job a lot easier, my decision making a lot easier. So we'll carry on working hard on that as a group, and I'll carry on working on that for my personal game. But yeah, it was nice to see that it came off this past weekend against Scotland, and hopefully we can create more opportunities for each other like that this coming weekend.
And then we'll wrap up our press conference with Ashwa.
Dankie Zine. Ek weet nie hoe goed Damian se Afrikaans is nie, maar hy mag maar in Engels antwoord.
Dankie.
Damian Allende, Milnerton's finest. Damian, roep die ouens al vir jou Sunny Bull na 'n offload vir Mapims vir die 3, en ook het julle enige spesiale planne om Manu Tuolangi te duik?
No, not actually. No one calls anyone Sunny Ball. Yeah, but we obviously do work on our individual skills, and we try and do this past in training. Obviously, Lucanio's one came off against New Zealand as well, which was very special. I still think mine was a little bit better. But yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to the challenge. Obviously, we don't know what the England team is yet. But playing against Manu in the World Cup final, it was a great honour and a privilege for me. Obviously, as players, no matter what position you play, you always want to put yourself and test yourself against the best in the world. And I think he's right up there with the best centres in the world. So I think he will play 12. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Owen Farrell got injured last week. So no matter where he plays, I think I'll just enjoy that battle on the field to play up against him, across him on the field again. And I've got a lot of respect for him and the way he plays the way he plays rugby. So it's another challenge for me to get better, and I'm looking forward to playing against him again.
One word in Afrikaans. Come on.
No, he put on the spot now.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for our press conference. We will be sending out the recording shortly, so please keep an eye out for that. And thanks for joining us. Have a lovely day. Thanks, Dwayne and Damian.
Thanks, guys.
Never know.
Dankie Damian.